Most of us believe we are providing a sanctuary for our cats. We buy premium beds and fancy treats, yet modern feline psychologists warn that our most common habits are quietly dismantling their sense of safety. These behaviors don't feel like harm to us, but inside the complex architecture of the feline mind, they create chronic stress. Today, at Feline Mind Insight, we are exposing 6 everyday habits that hurt your cat more than you realize. This isn't about guilt. It's about understanding their evolutionary blueprint and fulfilling our role as their silent guardians. The first habit is the fundamental misunderstanding of power, believing that raising your voice is discipline. In the human world, volume asserts authority. In the feline world, a shout represents an unpredictable predator. Cats' ears are far more sensitive than ours, capable of rotating 180 degrees. When you yell, the physical impact on their nervous system is profound. A 2021 study confirms that yelling doesn't teach a cat, "Don't do that." It teaches them that this human is dangerous. This erodes the foundation of trust, turning your home from a refuge into a source of permanent anxiety. They stop associating their behavior with the consequence and start associating you with fear. The second wound is predatory starvation. Cats are biological machines built for a specific sequence: stalk, chase, pounce, and kill. When we fail to provide interactive play that mimics this cycle, we starve them of their mental identity. A cat lying on the carpet all day isn't necessarily content. They may suffer from learned helplessness. Without the dopamine hit of a successful hunt, their brain begins to dull, leading to chronic boredom or total withdrawal. Your cat doesn't need a static toy. They need you to be the prey, moving a feather wand to challenge their intellect and satisfy their ancient soul. The third habit is purely biological: the drought in a bowl, or a dry food-only diet. Their ancestors, the Near Eastern wildcats, evolved in arid deserts where standing water was rare. Consequently, cats obtain nearly all hydration from their prey and have a low thirst drive. Feeding only dry kibble containing less than 10% water forces a desert animal into permanent dehydration. This puts immense pressure on their kidneys, leading to silent, long-term renal damage that often shows no symptoms until it is too late. It is a biological mismatch, causing physical suffering they cannot express. The fourth habit involves violating sensory boundaries: the overstimulation trap. We often forget that feline fur is a sophisticated sensory array. Each follicle is connected to a network of nerves sending constant data to the brain. While a dog might enjoy a full-body stroke, a cat's nervous system is easily overwhelmed. Petting their bellies, their most vulnerable part, or the base of their tail often triggers a static shock of sensory data. This is why a cat might bite out of nowhere. It's a neurological overload signal. By ignoring their subtle stop signs, like a twitching tail, we force them to use their teeth to regain control of their bodies. Fifth, we must look at the survival trap: the placement of the litter box. Humans often hide the box in dark, cramped corners for aesthetics. But to a cat, elimination is the moment they are most vulnerable to ambush. In the wild, a cat would never choose a spot where they could be trapped. Forcing them into a box with only one exit in a dead-end corner ignores millions of years of survival instinct, creating a surge of cortisol every time they go. If your cat goes outside the box, they aren't being spiteful. They are telling you their bathroom feels like a death trap. They need visibility and exit routes to feel at peace. The final habit is the most heartbreaking: the myth of the independent feline. The idea that cats are solitary and cold is a damaging lie. Research shows that cats form attachment bonds neurochemically identical to human infants. Leaving them in total isolation for 10 or 12 hours a day causes genuine emotional distress. A cat won't bark or chew shoes to show pain. Instead, they withdraw into silence. Your cat is a social creature that relies on your presence to regulate their emotions. You are their entire world, their only source of safety and social comfort. In conclusion, being a true guardian means respecting the wild animal in your living. Understanding these 6 habits is the first step in moving from a pet owner to a feline advocate. It requires us to listen to the silence and observe the subtle language of the whiskers. Your cat doesn't need a human who treats them like a small person. They need one who understands their desert-dwelling ancestors and their deep need for security. By replacing yelling with patience and kibble with hydration, you ensure their silent world remains a sanctuary of love. You are the only person they have chosen to trust with their life.